Welcome back to Miami NBA preseason matchup. Drew Smith starts at point guard tonight. Jovic, Wiggins, and Bam starting their third straight game up front. Norman Powell coming off the big game on Monday. For the Spurs, Vassell playing his first game of the preseason. And another chance to look at the phenomenal 7'4", 21-year-old center, Victor Wembanyama. So many big things expected of the former #1 pick in the draft.
Incredibly talented. Excited to see him and Kel'el Ware get a chance to match up down the lineup here. Bam will be guarding him first.
Our officials tonight, John Goebel, Ray Acosta, and Nate Searley in the
last game against Milwaukee.
Powell on the miss, Wiggins missing on the tip. So the Heat still scoreless, missing their first 3 shots. Wembanyama not going to take the 3, comes inside. And Johnny talked to Greg Popovich after Pop was at the helm for 29 seasons. Popovich had his career cut short with a stroke last on the repost with 5 on the shot clock. That's good D. But it rolls in for Wembanyama. Steal by Wiggins. Wembanyama had 6 turnovers in their preseason game Monday. Oh, Wembanyama just pinned the tail on the donkey, but on the way down, a goaltend.
That was the middle part of his career before injuries bogged him down.
Victor got to play 54 games in Heat uniform between 2021 and 2023. Keldon Johnson for 3, and he knocks it down. Should we read anything into him starting at point guard tonight?
I don't think so, not yet. But again, that's what he's doing well, is picking his spots, being able to make that 3, keeps the deep.
Johnson posting up Wiggins. Oh, almost trapped. And finally able to score.
When I was doing the research, they haven't been in the playoffs in 6 years. They're the second longest stretch outside of Charlotte, who's 9. But you know, getting to that left hand as a right-handed player has a really nice touch there. Very comfortable getting to that hook.
Champagny, another one. So Miami trailing by 3. A steal by Yakachunas, racing ahead and finding Keyshawn Johnson for the dunk. 2 left. And what's been a pretty eventful first quarter. Wembanyama back in for San Antonio. That's a made basket.
Pass Flagler able to run right through that passing lane for the steal.
Jaquez, look out below. Jaime Jaquez Jr., little coming out party with 6 first quarter points. Yakachunas had a hand in that with the feed.
With authority right there.
Jaquez against Champagny, who stays in the game with his 3 fouls. Pella Larson, kaboom! Their 3rd game in the last 5 nights to open the preseason. Keyshawn Johnson for the cutting Yakachunas. Shot clock down to 2. Ware connects for 3. Oh, Larson, a right corner 3. That one's short. Ware got the loose ball back to Keyshawn Johnson. Deflected away by Champagny. Kel'el again. Kaboom again!
Potential, and he's going right at the all-star Wembanyama. Look at that.
The shot, his first block of the preseason. 3-on-1 break turns into a 1-on-none dunk for Jaquez. Point guard, 7'4" Victor Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson against Keyshawn Johnson. Oh man,
Fox from Sacramento. They have aspirations of trying to make the playoffs and win another 10 games or so this year.
Look at Ware work off his own miss.
All-star, tremendous 3-level scorer. Tyler brings you great clutch play at the end of a game, end of a clock. So they're going to have to weather the first month without him.
Oh, the alley-oop delivered. Heat in front by 7. Vassell using the shot fake now sets up Barnes, who triples. Jovic against Vassell, has the size on it. Good pass to Ware. Kel'el with a baseline jam.
Kind of move in the West. They need a healthy Victor Wembanyama.
Jovic cross court to a wide open Drew Smith. That's a great find.
They tried to help off him again there, and he made him pay.
Steal by Bam. 3-on-2 break Miami. Bam down the runway for the dunk.
Talked about.
Barnes tees it up. That's Keldon Johnson doing the work underneath. Good luck charm right
Not
there.
too bad, and won an NCAA championship at Baylor with Davion, right?
He's got 9 points tonight as Powell drives in and scores when 57. It's only preseason. The wins and losses don't really matter that much, but it does matter to the Heat. They're not happy being
Worked by the big Frenchman, spinning to the baseline, using that off left hand with the dunk.
8 points for him. The steal for Vassell. A dunk in the park. And Miami. Of course, good bet at Rookie of the Year this season would be Cooper Flagg of the Dallas. Missing a contested 3. Good defensive segment.
Excellent contest, but also coming up with the defensive rebound.
Powell penetrates and finishes. Bam, but it's picked up by Vassell. Champagny, he wants the 3, goes inside to a wide open Devin Vassell.
Around the rim in his 7th season, again, gives them a great spark off the bench. Regular season, that's really his role.
Bam, triples. By the way, Keldon Johnson of the Spurs now 19 points. He's made 7 of his 9 shots. Lob, Wembanyama with a reverse. Miami has it back offensively, and here comes Khalil, matched up this time against Luke Cornett. Powell, oh, he had the runway in. But he's good on the 3, and here comes Pelle Larsson in Miami. Powell, kaboom! Here's Yakuchunas against Carter Bryant, known for his defense. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, it got to Ware. 7-point Spurs lead, 2:35 to go in the 3rd. Keyshawn bouncing for Ware. Yakuchunas for 3. Kaboom! Gets traded to the Atlanta Hawks, who we'll see later in the preseason. They lost their top 3 bigs. So we open the 4th quarter. Spurs ahead, 86-80. Windy Waters got the 3 to drop. Lead is 9 for the Spurs with just under 11 minutes left. Ware for 3. Kaboom! Remember, you have a 25.8 rebound game against Wemby and the Spurs last January. Had a 12 rebound game in San Antonio. That's Waters. Keyshawn Johnson, Kaz Yakuchunas, Khalil Ware, and Myron Gardner. Yakuchunas to the paint. Nice feed for the Ware slam. And it comes out of Keyshawn Johnson. Yakuchunas. Nice setup for Khalil. 9 assists debut in your first ever NBA game for Spurs Yakuchunas.
Yeah, just the efficiency too.
Goaltend on Ware.
Efficient.
4-point Spurs lead, just under 7 minutes left. Marquez, oh, he might have gotten away with it. Done. No foul. Game tied at 101. 5 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Bryant over Ware connects. And at home tonight. Heat dropping their first 2 preseason games. The lob and the slam. 3.5 minutes to go. It's been fun. Marquez against Potter. That was a tough shot. He dropped it in. Marquez got over the screen. Bryant takes the 3. Buries a 17-footer. Garcia Jones. Shot clock at 4. And he makes it again. 5 on the shot clock. Knocked away by Gardner. Loose ball pickup. Keyshawn Johnson waits for help. Marquez. In and out. Oh my, the Heat had numbers. They could not get it to drop. And a foul. Miami hasn't scored since the 3:27 mark. That's over 3 scoreless minutes, and they turn the ball back, and looks like the game's going to end with the Heat on the short side. Game on Sunday night, then in Atlanta on Monday night. Both games are 6 p.m. starts right here on FanDuel Sports Network. But the Spurs will run out the clock and win the game. So the Spurs wind up scoring the last 9 points of the game to win it.